so grateful to say hello and happy new moon in Pisces. This is March 2nd, 2022, and I am so grateful that I am able to pull some cards today from the Earth Warriors Oracle. I am presently here in Arizona, and I've been in meditation all day. I want to give thanks to our beautiful Kachinas from the Hopi. This is Morning Singer. I want to give thanks. Morning Singer awakens to the rising sun and sings songs to Great Creator, to Mother Earth. I myself, Yahira Lobos, I call in the directions in our medicine wheel here in Arizona. I believe in all cultures and beings having the freedom to pray to Creator, to Divine Mother, and acknowledge what we receive in connection to Source, to Father. Giving thanks for my connection, giving thanks on this new moon in Pisces. This Pisces sign is of the fishes. It is the water. Pisces is the oldest sign, and here we are celebrating a new moon, a new cycle in this water. So today's a great day to bless your sacred waters. Want to give thanks to Creator Source for blessing these sacred waters, for we are water. Water gives light. Water is light. Water gives life. May all beings have access to clean, free flowing water. Want to give thanks to the crystals. I have rose quartz and I have Payson diamonds that are like double terminated quartz crystals. And I ask Great Creator to bless my crystals. And I ask if I can have access to the Akashic records of the water and the crystals, the rose quartz and the Payson diamond. And I give thanks to Mother Earth for these gifts that bring me life here on earth to sustain me, to purify every cell of my body, returning me back to natural optimum wellness and being. I give thanks for the natural world in which I receive my medicine, my nourishment, joy, love, beauty, harmony. Giving thanks to all of you. Also, if you would like, smash that little heart button, share, like, and comment. Give thanks to Great Creator for this new moon. Water is so good. And right now, we need to drink and continue to stay hydrated during this time. Going to ask Creator Source the questions for the Earth Warriors Oracle. It's a great time for you to close your eyes now, give thanks, and asking Great Creator, what is it that the conscious collective now and coming on in the future to focus on? Thank you. And what is it that we need to heal ourselves? What advice Great Creator has for us to heal ourselves, giving thanks. So the first card that I have on what we need to focus on as a collective, and this is very prevalent to what is happening in Ukraine and also with Russia. So Pano, immeasurable power of the heart way. The heart has power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Recognizing this power does not evoke feelings of pressure or anxiety, but rather of peace and joy. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. In this reading, the Pono is saying that the divine within your heart has the power to transform a situation that is troubling you. Do not be intimidated or think it is too much for you or the divine to handle. Do not allow yourself to intellectualize or analyze a situation to the point of feeling confused or paralyzed. Healing through the heart on any and all issues that have plagued you or a loved one can and will happen. Let your heart feel the faith it needs to feel so that it can rest in joy. Divine healing wants to flow abundantly to you. Open up to receive it without hesitation or condition. Let's see. The spiritual guidance here is Pono in the Hawaiian tradition, has deep and multiple meanings, one expression of which is to return to order. There is a perfection of peace, beauty, and fulfillment that the divine has planned for the lives of all beings here on earth. Through the use of human free will, we have at times moved away from that which is in the divine plan, stumbled upon the path, and became ensnared in terrible suffering and frightening delusion. This can become contagious, infecting other souls with the poison of hate, anger, fear, and further separating our human collective from the beautiful grace that the divine has intended for us. It then becomes difficult to use our free will with wisdom, and our spiritual disconnection can create far-reaching negative impact for others and the planet. One only needs see the pain in the world to understand it, yet there is a simple spiritual discipline that we can practice to restore the world and all hearts within it to rights again. The divine dwells in your heart as a healing power and wisdom which tenderly alleviates suffering, liberating the body, mind, and soul. This is the immeasurable power of the heart way. In the Hawaiian tradition from which it emerges, it is known as the Ho'oponopono, to set things right. The heart power thrives through the simple 4-step practice that can be done by anyone, anywhere, for any person or situation that they would wish to transform. They may seem unexpectedly easy, and it is. So why isn't everyone just doing this and healing the world right now? This is because only those who have come far enough on their spiritual path to have placed the heart wisdom above the dictates of the mind will be able to accept this practice. This practice is not something that you can accomplish just through the mind. The mind will resist it because it's going to ask you to be unconditionally responsible for everything that we encounter, whether it be in our own lives or out in the world. Even if those situations seem to have nothing whatever to do with us, the moment something comes into our awareness, we are responsible for it. The mind can rebel at this and say that it is unfair and unduly burdensome or shaming to think it in that way. That's because the mind confuses responsibility with guilt and given with deceit. The heart, though, it's joyful at the prospect of spiritual responsibility because it understands that it offers the empowerment to make a difference and that healing one helps heal all. This oracle foretells of great healing for you. And as you open your heart to Pono, the healing process for this card, simply just choose a person or a situation to which you can offer healing to. And then gaze at this card. Recognize the heart power depicted. Place a hand on your heart as you tap into the beauty of your heart, including the feelings of compassion, goodwill, and wanting all beings to know that they are loved and do not deserve to suffer. When you feel that heart connection, you are ready to complete the 4 simple steps without having to make sense to your mind. Just feel the truth of what is happening in your heart as you complete the process. So, this card's perfect for me personally. I just got back from a really big mission where I was on the Hopi Res and I was on a sacred mission to assist my friends and myself, uh, give vision, and hopefully bring us all back together in the sacred hoop. We are many of us from all different walks of life and cultures and religions with different beliefs and perspectives. And right now, especially here in 2022, we had literally all the planets go forward. We have a new moon today in Pisces, and we are looking at certain transits that are pointing at Pluto, Uranus. Neptune is in Pisces. Saturn is in Aquarius. Pluto is in, I believe, Aquarius as well. And we are being asked as we're moving forward to really pay attention to people with different beliefs from different walks of life and to really give value and respect to all of humanity and to realize with real eyes that we are all on this hero's journey. Each one of us have a mother and father, whether we know who they physically are or not, whether they love us or not, whether they are connected to us or not. Our real mother and our real father lies within the divine creator being our father. Hence why I always have Father Kachina with me, representing that divine masculine father that lives within me through my connection to Source, the Father. I am the child of God, the emissary of light that's here embodying this physical body as Francine DeGiorgio, also known as Yahira Lobos. And Mother, Divine Mother, here behind me, representing the mother that nourishes all of my life here on earth, not my physical birth mother, but she is my mother from which our bodies are from. We are the earth. We are connected to Mother. She provides the water, the food, the air, and we are so grateful for all of that which we receive in her minerals and resources to build our homes, to be able to communicate through technology, to have the buildings and vehicles. Every single thing that we have here on Earth is made up of Mother's beautiful resources and minerals. And so I'm so grateful right now as all of the planets are gone forward and we're here in a new moon that's really dreamy Pisces. It's a water sign. Here we are going with the flow as all of the planets are going now forward. We are looking at some really horrible things that are taking place in the world stage right now with Ukraine and Russia. And that's just what we see through the media or social media. There are many, many other things that are going on in the world that are taking place that the media at times wants to distract us from laws that are being passed or criminal activity that those that were in a position of power, the hierarchy, are taking advantage of at this time to uh, basically try their best to win this spiritual war that we have been fighting for millions of years, it feels like. We are fighting for the freedom and harmony for all beings to live according to their natural laws in their regions, in their countries, in their cities, in their states, to be able to be treated fairly and equally. No man, woman, culture, religion being beneath us. It will be sacred law one day and not so much religion in which we follow. Treat each other as we would want to be treated. I'm so grateful to the opportunity in the new moon to write my intentions and take time to really review what has just taken place in this last month. And for me, I had just been on a secret mission to, assist my brothers and sisters as well as myself as a visionary, a new earth visionary. I consider myself somebody who's connected to Creator. I'm an advocate and an activist for this earth, the founder of Crystal Nations Collective. I love building medicine wheels, and it's been the last decade of my life that I've been coordinating and promoting, researching, building, facilitating ceremonies, and working big events, retreats, to raise consciousness and awareness, not only about mental illness and suffering and addiction, traumas that I have overcome with 10 years of sobriety under my belt. These last 10 years really gave me an opportunity to weave and network with many other visionaries, teachers, healers, ceremonialists, the movers and shakers, the advocates and activists of this movement. I believe in something called the Rainbow Prophecy, which is unifying all prophecies of this world. There would be a time where many human beings would see the sickening of the world, and as it was falling down, just like the demise of Rome in a day, this is what we're witnessing since the pandemic has revealed some of the bigger truths that people haven't been able to be open to and listen to. Now, since the pandemic and COVID, with such a high rate of death not only to COVID, but death due to people not being well, not being strong enough, not being able to be mentally and emotionally stable enough. Suicide and instabilities are, and death rates due to illnesses are at a really, really big high right now. It's almost like if you're too tired and you've been through too much, some people are just going home even in their sleep. This is a time of revelations, even in the Bible. They speak of light workers, 144,000 coming from all around the globe, all different colors and races. We have a book from Ken Carey, Return of the Bird Tribes, but we've had other people like Barbara Marcinek and Barbara Marks Hubbard who have introduced us to the origins of outer space, knowing that we're not alone, that we are an evolved species as human beings, continuously evolving and growing. And so in this last month for me, I've been in some positions in some councils with others that I work with in the spiritual communities, and it's been humbling to be able to, just ask for forgiveness for myself, for my ancestors, on behalf of my mother, the Saldabars, on behalf of my father, the DiGiorgios. I have been in a state of Ho'oponopono, asking for forgiveness from Creator. I realize that I've taken on my ancestors' karma, and in order to end human suffering, my mission here on earth was to be able to relate to that human suffering. I would also have to experience and allow myself to go through certain things here on earth that have been very painful and abusive, disconnected me from Creator, Divine Father. For 40 years of my life, I was an on again, off again addict. I was very disconnected from loving myself, my body, my family. I didn't have children. I didn't want to have a career. I've been wondering how I can end human suffering and birth something new. I've been having visions since 1987 when I got sent away from my father and his family. I was sent to a drug institution for teenagers, and it was there that I started to have visions of how to come into inner peace and how to heal thyself on this hero's journey, Shiro's journey. It is the journey of the wounded healer. It is for all of us right now on the planet. The hero's journey isn't just about some of us going through a lot of hardship. I realize that no matter what culture or religion or home, city or state, country that you come from, I have met people from all walks of life who have suffered just as deeply or more intensely than I have. I have listened to the stories of many as I traveled. It was one of the things that I carry within my heart is to be able to deeply listen to others and hold space for them to be able to heal with God, creator, source, mother's energy. I believe that human beings are here to have a life mission. We all have a life purpose. We all decided to come here. I believe all of us on earth right now are in this together. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. I believe that we are walking each other home, reminding each other who we are. Our lineages are something that we took on. Get right with it, get good with great creator. No matter if you want to call God great creator, God, Allah, um, whatever. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the way that you treat yourself, the way that you respect all of the elements in which you receive on a daily basis from great creator and from mother earth, our sun, our water, our fire, right? Being really appreciative of our food and the nutrients and the minerals, the resources that we receive, really being connected, and really caring about every step that you make, really being mindful and conscious as you drive, as you're online, as you're really going through the world to do your errands or make headway at work, or to be able to have fun or go to a concert. It doesn't matter what you're going to do here on the planet. Are you being mindful? In what ways do you take every year from these moments going forward to be more sustainable, to end working for the man if it's not in your heart anymore, and being able to put healthier things into your body, like allowing yourself to drink water, during these times that are chaotic on the news and social media because of COVID, because of the pandemic, because of war, because of separation, because of loneliness, because of sickness. We also want to tap into what we have here to purify every cell of our bodies and drink a lot of water. And as you drink water, just give thanks to great creator, to the element of water. As I drink this water, great creator blesses this water. Mother earth blesses this water. I send my love and gratitude and ask creator to bless mother earth back in the element of water. And as I drink this water, I purify every cell of my body, returning back to natural optimum wellness and being. Thanks, great creator. Mm-hmm. Love water. The second card that I got to read for you today. It's so beautiful. This card number, that first card number was 27 for Pono Pono. Now this is number 5. This is the circle cross of Tinan. There we go. Rare intersection of heaven and earth. Your plans and your purpose are in alignment with greater cosmic forces. Whether you see it coming or not, things will fall into place and what you've been working towards will come into fruition. A rare intersection of heaven and earth will result in a precious manifestation of grace. The divine shall correct a situation that is in need of realignment. Fear not. Pray boldly and be faithful. All is well. Your soul is a facilitator of sacred union between the spiritual realms and the earthly world. Whether you do this as an artist, a healer, an activist, a priestess, a shaman, or in some other way, honor your path and your purpose. Take care of yourself and prioritize your spiritual life according to the practices and the methods that help you remain open, connected, and grounded, with your heart open to great spirit and moved by love for your earth, for our earth. You are part of a team of souls working to keep the balance of light on the planet intact, accessible, and vital. Holla! Offer yourself to the divine plan without holding anything back. And know that you shall be helped in countless ways, just as you offer your own will and talent to the sacred purpose of healing in this world. There are times when heaven and earth align and the power unleashed is considerable. People rally and situations fall into place. As if by a miracle, patience, persistence, effort, and energy finally come together and a creation of tangible goodness takes shape in the world. It can be unexpected. You may have even almost given up hope. Then suddenly everything comes together. The circle cross of Tinan is a sign of such a happening in your world, a moment of powerful grace where spirit makes its presence felt upon earth. The hawk is typically a solar creature, thriving in the light, and yet there are some hawks that are also able to hunt by night. You are like that rare lunar hawk, the one who is of the light, but that can move through the darkness successfully. Holla. Word. You have enough spiritual light within you to be able to see your way through lies and deception. Word. And find the truth that you seek. You have that ability. Wow. What you are seeking is meant to be yours by divine right. Word. Keep up the process of growth. Wait. And inquiry. And it will come to you at the right moment. Wait. According to higher spiritual law, through the operational of spiritual grace. Oh my goodness. The priestess, the one who bridges earth and heaven, dwells upon within the lunar pyramid of the ancient city of Teotihuacan, known as Tinan. Okay, that's it. And with the circle comes as her guide. She intuitively knows when and how to call for heavenly assistance, as all priestesses do. Part of her role is prayer for those in her spiritual care, invoking divine love, and requesting heavenly assistance and grace for all living beings. This is her spiritual responsibility, to keep the channels between heaven and earth not only open, but healthy and robust, active and stable. Why? Because she is capable of doing so. This is your sacred role also. Wow. Pray to the unconditionally loving being, the divine source, for all events, for all beings. Take active steps to fulfill your destiny and be the living channel for spiritual grace that you are destined to be. The healing process. You can create your own circle, cross, or gaze at the image below. And if you wish to create your own, you could do this with small crystals, with rope scarves, or candles, or by drawing it on the paper and creating a sacred piece of art. You may want to dance your circle, cross, or sing it into being. So drawing this circle, and you could place scarves, candles, and stones where you feel intuitively guided. If you make it large enough, the sacred circle in your room, or you could use a stick drawing it out on the dirt in your backyard, front yard, whatever, in the woods, in the beach sand. You can create your own sacred circle. Today, I am doing a medicine wheel ceremony this evening for the new moon here in Pisces. The circle crosses a symbol of the portal between heaven and earth, and this is how I work with the sacred circle. So connecting the heavens to the earth and below and beyond, in the center, middle earth, we're working towards connecting the light, as we are emissaries of light. As great creator had given us these beautiful vessels, these bodies, these temples of light. We use our crystalline water, our energy template, to be a conduit for the heavens to the earth. Aho and ahe. As you create your circle cross, simply gaze at the image and know that heaven and earth are connecting with each other, literally through your soul. Sacred geometry has been around since the beginning of time. Crop circles, labyrinths, medicine wheels, sacred circle grids with using stones or, like I said, the elements. Oh, this is so beautiful. So receiving these cards for both myself and for you, I want to give thanks to Great Creator, to Mother Earth, to the Earth Warriors Oracle. Giving thanks to all bands who were here to watch, and wanted to say that we have an incredible time to take all of the coal that we are being given, and we can turn anything into gold. We could take the dust and turn it into gold. Was I saying it the opposite way? We can take all dust and coal and turn it into gold. We are the alchemist with Great Creator. We have the ability to not focus on the media or things outside of ourselves that are distracting us from doing the things that we really love. For 10 years, I was following the voice of God as a channel, as a messenger, as an emissary of light. And Great Creator had me travel all around North America. I focused on working at many transformational music and art festivals because that's where a lot of the youth were literally awakening their consciousness. They were, yes, using plant medicines and marijuana, but that wasn't the be all end all of these festivals. They were actually transformational, where a lot of master teachers and healers and facilitators of ceremony, those that had information that has been lost, that has focused their entire lives on things, subjects from, dreams to learning how to work with herbs, learning about the polarity of energy and learning Qigong, sitting in sound meditation baths, allowing the crystal sound bowls to soothe our central nervous systems and meditate and learn different forms of meditation, different ways of eating and different diets, and learning how to ascend into our light body, preparing for what is known as our death, even though we know, those of us that are awakening, that we are eternal and there is no such thing as death. Death is not final. That is why so many of us can allow ourselves to just ease on up in this process that we call life right now. We are transitioning from an old paradigm that is falling down and crumbling, that's based on the patriarchal societies where fear, greed, and disease just took over the whole world. The abuse of hierarchy has allowed the patriarch to dismantle all that has been divine, that had heart. And we, the divine feminine, are bringing back our voices. We are rising in our truth. We're letting our knowing, our wisdom, our medicine be remembered. And we are no longer afraid of being burned at the stakes. We are no longer afraid of suppressing our voices, those days of suppressing, oppressing, and repressing. Any being is coming to an end. The people, for we, the people, by the people, we are coming together, and through our evolving consciously and raising awareness about many different topics and subjects that mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually affect us. We are finding out how we got disconnected from Great Creator, how we allowed other people to dictate who we are, how we allowed slavery and genocide and sickness to become rampant. We are the co-creators with the divine. We have the ability and the power to turn everything around. We have the solutions. We are the solutions. Each being was born with a gift, a talent, a life purpose, and we are all here to remember why we're here. Not only why are we here, but the greatest joy of being here is finding out who we are in the heart. What do we love? You know, and an example of that for me would be I love to speak and educate and activate and empower and inspire others through the vibrations of my voice as a storyteller. I'm really animated and amplified and loud. I can be very clear, very grounded. I can hold a lot of space due to what I have survived on this earth. I went from being a survivor to now being a thriver. I feel successful. I feel joyful. I feel love. I feel connected. I have forgiven my oppressors, suppressors, abusers in my life. I've asked for forgiveness myself for the things that I have done wrong. I am what we are all in is the great purification. And in the great purification, there comes a time where we are all sharing how we are sorry, that Hanoponono. We are asking for forgiveness, and we are forgiving those who have hurt us. Hurt people, hurt people. And the harm of one is the harm of all. So we have that beautiful Christ consciousness. Treat your neighbor as you would like to treat yourself. This is come back. This is the new black. Okay. G is watching everybody, no matter what you believe or not. You can't get away with anything right now. Everybody has to be honest in the great purification. We are being held accountable for who we are. To have integrity, you need to be a part of a group to be held accountable. That means walk your talk. And all of those leaders, spiritual leaders, political leaders, educational, medical, lawyers, environmental, anybody who's working for any job, corporation, or being where they don't feel 100% in integrity, you got to ask yourself why you're compromising your life, your being. Why are you allowing yourself to work for somebody that's causing harm, that's unfair, that's unjust, that you don't love? Why would you sell your soul to that? So right now, we're all being asked these questions right now. We're being asked to get out of those jobs, those careers, those communities, those friendship circles, those relationships, those families that do not respect, love you, or support you. We are co-creating a new earth. And in order to do so, we must love ourselves. We must heal thyself with creator source energy. Nobody's the healer. Nobody's healing you. You're on your own journey doing your research, finding the specialists, the facilitators that have integrity. Do your homework. Don't just accept anybody to touch you, to tell you, to lead you, to guide you, because that is not healing. That's infiltration. Do not leave yourself open up for other people who have certificates, degrees, and a reputation to be whatever. There are so many false light prophets out there. We need to wake up to the fact that we're not giving our power to other people to tell us who we are. A great teacher and a facilitator is going to ask you the right questions that will allow you to do deep self-reflection and meditation to really understand who you are and why you are behaving in the certain ways that you are. So who are you? What is your dream? Why do we need what your dream is in this world? So what's your why? Where do you want to live in this world? Where do you love being? How do you wish to co-create your life with the divine? What is it that you need? What kind of support? and start from there. It's a real basic guide to just starting from there. And for all beings, therapy is out there, but know who you're going to. You want to go to the right people that are allowing you to be the healer yourself with Creator Source, but they are experts. They are facilitators. They can hold space. They walk their talk. They're not smoking crack on a Friday night. They're not weekend warrior drunks. They're not cheating on their husbands or their wives. They're not unhealthy when you look at them. Okay? A healer should look really good. Healthy skin, healthy eyes, healthy hair. How do they speak? How do they treat others? Are they professional? Do they have joy? Do they have success? Are they living a good life? Is their house, is their office clean? Look for the signs, okay? And pay attention to the fact that we are in this great purification. And part of that is healing thyself, like I just explained. The other part is coming clean. So asking for forgiveness and then forgiving others. Forgiveness. Hano Panono. There's a YouTube video. Also look up Kuan Yin. Compassion. Christ consciousness is all about compassion. How can you have compassion for yourself? How can you forgive yourself for things that you may have done on this planet that were hurtful? How are you going to forgive yourself? How are you going to play retribution for what you have done? There is a way to do that. I became a volunteer for 8 years straight, and I assisted children. I held their hands. I mentored them. I gave them crystals. I gave them free oracle readings. I gave to the children, the very children that I was, that nobody gave to me. I gave to those that reminded me of me, nonstop. I went wherever Creator asked me to go. I chopped the wood. I carried the water. I cooked the food in the community kitchens. I invited children from all around North America and adults and elders to stay at my home free of rent, because Creator said I had an opportunity, an extra space on my floor, an extra room in the storage area, like really. And people they loved that. They would have never been able to see Santa Fe if they didn't have a little separate room. Yeah, it wasn't a hotel room. It wasn't a bedroom. It was a space. And people were grateful for it. And I was grateful to give it. How can you give to others, even when you think you don't have to give? How can you, right? I opened up a door for many to see Santa Fe, New Mexico, the holy city. When I ate, it wasn't anything for me to feed the people that were at my home. A lot of times I had clothing that I had, so much from when I was on the streets. I used to just have shopping holic problems. So I gave away in my sobriety a lot of those clothes, things I didn't need anymore. I just got rid of. And Great Creator finds ways for you to share, like every day. And every day we all need to share. We need to give back, and even if you feel like you're not being loved, and why should you? That's why. Because it feels great. And Great Creator will love you. You got to make some moves to love yourself. This year, 2022, will kick you in your ass if you pay attention to the bad. Please realize that we are the co-creators with the divine. If you want to understand yourself a little bit better, woo! Oh my goodness. If you want to understand yourself a little bit better, it's really a great idea to get astrology charts done, human design charts done, and gene key charts done. That's humandesign.com, astrology.com, humandesign.com, whatever. Just check it out. Also, knowing your human design helps you learn how to work with your energy and group dynamics, and also your gene keys will give you a little bit of I Ching, numerology, human design, and astrology. So it's really awesome. I want to say thank you to all of you. Happy new moon in Pisces. Go out there and live your best life. Just know that you are the love, you are the light. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. Wait.